Good morning and welcome back from break, sixth grade. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope you got to spend some time with your families, enjoyed the holidays, got outside, enjoyed some snow, and overall, just being a kid, taking a break from the computer. Unfortunately for you guys, we are back to it, even though I know some of you are excited to get back to it after the nice break. We're starting here with week one, quarter three already. Okay, it's a fresh start. If you want to continue those good habits that you did and gained in the first semester, please do so. You guys are doing an awesome job. If there's a route or something different you want to change, now is the time to do it as you get a fresh start heading into third quarter. Okay, so I'm on week one, quarter three folder, January 4th through January 7th. Okay, hopefully we can get back to in-person soon. But for right now, we're going to kind of stick to that same routine we've been doing before break. First hour we on Monday, 1-4, and where we will Zoom and meet live. And then obviously we have Wednesday's assignment that goes along with it. Okay, we're going to kind of start on with a new unit today. It still deals and relates to that change unit that we got done doing before break, but it starts off with a new unit, but it all relates in some way, right? We go from one area of learning and it translates to the next, so that's where we're starting with today. When you click on Monday 1-4, that's all we're doing today on this Monday is simply previewing the unit, predicting what it's going to be about, getting some background information on what we might be learning over the next week or so. All right. So when you click on it, this right here, this important vocabulary is vital to helping you understand the questions. Okay, if you don't read these and understand these definitions, then you're really going to struggle answering those questions. All right. The first one is self-perception. Okay, and I'll highlight that for you guys. Okay, self-perception is all about how a person views themselves. Okay, does a person have a high self-perception of themselves? Do they view themselves highly? Do they think what they're doing in life is good? Do they like the way they look, the way they act? Do they like how others view them? Okay, self-image is another way to put that, but that's an important definition that's going to help you answer these questions. Okay, self-perception, how a person views themselves. Could be negative or it could be positive, right? The next one is internal factors, okay? And these all relate to each other in some sort of way, and I'll show you how. Okay, internal factors are inner strengths and weaknesses a person exhibits, okay, or has for simpler terms. Okay, those strengths a person has and those weaknesses a person has. Okay, strengths could be communication skills. They exhibit confidence in themselves. They're good with making friends. Okay, they're good with talking to people. Maybe they excel in school. Those are all inner strengths. And then you guys get the point with the weaknesses, something that not a strong point for a person that is within themselves. Okay, maybe they don't have a lot of confidence in themselves. Maybe they're struggling with something internally, which means it's inside themselves, right? Okay, and then those external factors, which is our last one, is really one that we cannot control. Those are outside influences. Okay, those things such as friends we interact with. We don't always get to choose who we're surrounded with in the classroom, right? Yes, you get to choose who you surround yourself with and hang out with the most, right? But there are some different things that we have no control over. Those outside influences are things that you are outside of your mind and body that you cannot control, that influence how you act and how you go about your day. Okay, so those are the three important vocabulary definitions that we're going to focus on during this unit. Okay, please refer to this section to help you answer those questions later on today, which I'll get to in a moment. When you open up the assignment for Monday, okay, you're going to see it's rather short. It's just one page of questions. I know they're only numbered 1 through 2, but there are 4 different ones. Any which question that is highlighted and has a star next to it, you need to answer to the best of your ability. in multiple complete sentences, okay? They give you a lot of room to answer these. That means I want good, thorough, thoughtful answers, spelled with everything spelled correctly, complete sentences, and of course punctuation with capitalization and ending with your period. All of that done correctly, please. Okay, so that's all you have to do for this Monday is answer these 4 questions, and we're going to really put some thought into what this unit might be about. Okay, your first one, how do internal and external factors influence one's self-perception? Okay, so how does one's inner strengths and weaknesses and their outside influences, how does all of that affect your self-perception and how you view yourself? Okay, oh, let me get back to the right one. Okay, and that will help you answer number 1. Okay, so how do those factors of you viewing yourself and those outside external factors, how does that all take place and come to how you view yourself as a person? Okay, many different factors can influence how we view ourselves. That's what I want you to answer here for number 1. Once again on Zoom, we'll talk about that further, but this video is always here to help you. Okay, number 2, how does the voice relate to audience and purpose? I believe I put voice in here as well. Okay, don't forget that right here. Voice of an author is the individual style in which an author writes. Every single author has their own style of writing. When you guys write your essays, every single one of you has your own style of writing, whether it be serious, sarcastic but also serious to get a point across, whether it be colorful with your description and your words that you choose, and the diction you choose to write with. Okay, all of those go into your own style as a particular writer. All right, and that's going to help you. As soon as I get rid of this email link up here, I can get back to it. Hopefully, there we go. All right, how does voice relate to audience and purpose? All right, so like I said, the voice of an author is the individual style in which an author writes. Okay, and the voice of an author can strongly relate to a reader's self-perception caused by internal and external factors. All right, exactly what I mean by that is the voice of an author can relate to their audience on purpose. Okay, they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to reach out to a certain audience. Okay, an author picks an audience they want to reach out to. It could be older adults. In this case, it is middle school students. Okay, the author is changing their voice to relate to the people who are reading that story. All right, so this author is going to relate to a middle school age student. All right, so that is how voice relates to audience and the purpose. Each voice that an author creates has an exact purpose and reason for doing that. Okay, so that is how you'll answer number 2. Remember to fill in all the lines. Number 3 here, you're just going to predict what you think this unit is going to be about. Okay, use the words from up here that stood out and the ones we talked about. So in your answer could be internal or external factors. Self-perception is a big one. Okay, and then obviously voice and audience are also going to be in your answer. Okay, so using those 2 answers and questions up here, you're going to predict what you think this unit is going to be about. Remember, I want good, thoughtful, beneath the surface answers. We always talk about in class, we don't want, if you're looking at the ocean, we don't want those on the surface type answers. We want to dive deep into the ocean with those answers. Okay, and last but not least, what knowledge must you have or you need to know to complete this unit? Okay, what are you going to have to know? You're going to have to know voice, what voice means. Okay, you're going to have to understand your self-perception, how you view yourself, and how students your age view themselves based on factors that are happening in their life. Okay, and then you're also going to have to know and understand, okay, how the audience and purpose of the author is being influenced, okay, by whoever is writing that particular story, right? Okay, because those authors do that on purpose. They purposely make sure that the story is viewed toward that particular audience in which they want to direct it to. Okay, so you're going to use all of those things, okay, throughout the unit, and that's knowledge you must have before continuing on. You're just going to answer that question below on what you think, what knowledge you must have in order to complete this unit properly. Alrighty, there we go. Now, I'm going to go over in this video and quickly go over Wednesdays with you as well. Okay, Wednesday is just the story that goes along with that unit. Okay, and everything we just talked about. Follow the directions. All you have to do is open the story with Cami, read the story, and answer all of the questions that go along with it. And it doesn't seem to be popping up for me, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Here is the story. It will be uploaded for Cami for you. It must not have worked right now, but I'm not going to restart this video. Okay, here's the story. You do not have to answer this first part. It has an X through it. Okay, make sure you're answering all those questions along the side. It is called Bad Boy by Walter Dean Myers. First question relates to this little short passage about the author up there. Make sure you answer it off to the left in complete sentences. Okay, you're going to go through and read the story. Answer those questions off to the side. Okay, remember a lot of it's going to be dealing with the self-perception of a particular student. Notice the setup of this story. Okay, it starts up here. A student, Walter, is going to have a particular teacher. All right, her name is Mrs. Conway. Now, when you get halfway down and you see it changes to Mr. Erwin Lasher, okay, that's when the student joins a new classroom. So this student, Walter, has two different teachers, and you're going to see how the external factors of each teacher and everything happening in the classroom influences the self-perception of Walter, our student. Okay, so you're going to read halfway down how it changes to a different teacher, Mr. Lasher. Okay, and once again, continuing to answer these questions along the side. And when you get done with the story, you have to answer this question right here. It goes along with the chart. Okay, you are going to pull quotes or actions from the story that get Walter in trouble. So our main character, Walter, is going to get in trouble a lot throughout the story. Okay, you're going to exactly find the point in the story, just how this example did, on how Walter got in trouble or what he did to get in trouble. And you are going to list multiple of them in this chart right here. Excuse me. Okay, then you're going to list that goes along with it why Walter acts that way. And then you're just going to list an adjective to describe Walter. Maybe he's agitated, maybe he's annoyed, maybe he's uncomfortable in his classroom. Those are all adjectives that could probably describe Walter and why he gets in trouble and why he acts that way. Alrighty? And then you're going to list actions that help Walter stay out of trouble. So these are the ones that get Walter in trouble. Alright? And these are the ones that help Walter stay out of trouble. Remember, this is probably going to take mostly place in Mrs. Conway's class. And these are probably going to happen the most in Mr. Lasher's class, right? Because there's two different, one where he's getting in trouble a lot and one where he is trying to stay out of trouble. Okay, why did Walter change? And what are the new adjectives? So they're probably different than the ones up here. Okay, what are the new adjectives to describe Walter? And then don't forget to answer this one with the star right here. It's just one sentence answer below. Alrighty, I know it's a long video, but it explains this entire week. So go back and restart it. Pause it where you need to help you finish these assignments properly. Okay, once again, this video goes over Monday and Wednesday's assignment for you for the week 1, quarter 3. See you soon, 6th grade.